All right, listen up, Hooper. This is top secret. This is what they don't tell you about high school basketball. So the first thing they don't tell you is that the tryout isn't actually the tryout. And what do I mean by this? So if the tryout is on the first of a month, then there are workouts all throughout the months prior that are leading up to this. I kind of think of this as like an interview for a job, where every single time you see a coach, there's an impression you're giving him, whether it's through the conditioning or the off-season workouts. For example, you can't come to one off-season workout, put in 5% effort, and then all of a sudden the week leading up to the tryout, work out for 7 hours a day, and then expect to make the team. It's a lot more complex than that. This requires going to all those workouts and seeing your coach a bunch of times. So don't just think that a little bit of effort over the offseason and going crazy and being a Kyrie Irving or scoring a bunch of points at this tryout is going to get you on the team. So now remember that all throughout this offseason, you're working to get a spot. So this means don't have any regrets. You don't want it to come to the date where the coach tells you you're cut and you look and you go home and you look in the mirror and you say, well, I wish I would have put up some more shots, or maybe if I had done ball handling throughout the summer, maybe if I watched more film, maybe if I played more with my teammates. The biggest thing that you can have, trust me, is regret. So you do not want to finish the tryout leaving off of a, I wish I would have done this. So make sure in that off season, you are going hard and you are doing everything you can so that you have no regrets. All right, Hooper, so here's number 2. And this is that practice players are much more common than you think. So you've put in the work during the off season and the coach has told you you've made the official roster. Here's the next step though. Now minutes are earned. So it doesn't matter what you did in the off season. But if you're on that 12, 13, 14 man roster, here's a quick tip for you. The 1 through 5 are going to get a majority of the minutes, and that's why they're called the starting lineup. But aside from that, you have your 6th man, your 7th man, and your 8th man. And those guys are going to come in when the starting 5 needs a rest or to help win the game. But the thing that they don't tell you about those 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and even 13th players is they might not see the court at all. So now you're probably thinking, Josh, what do you mean? I made the roster. But the thing is, this is where minutes are earned. So it's about what are you doing in practice and how are you playing in games. There are times where you might see 2 minutes and you're evaluated on every single shot, dribble, pass, and play that you run. So I mean this when I say it, but the real work begins once you make the team. And this can be something that's very challenging for players to accept and watch. It's hard to sit in class knowing you might not get minutes tonight. It's hard to walk by your other teammates in the hallways. It's time to sit on the bench during the game when your mom, dad, grandparents come to watch you play. But at the end of the day, it's even harder to watch your teammates in the game miss the buzzer-beating 3 or the shot right before halftime and thinking to yourself, well, you know, I could have made that shot, or why isn't coach shoving me in? So it's a very hard challenge for athletes to face, but I would continue to speak to your coaches and work on it. Work on your craft, right? Every single day. So if you're looking to get more minutes, the best thing to do is go up and talk to your coach. Now this is not, and I repeat, not a conversation for mom and dad to have with the coach. This is between you and him, because you're in high school now. So, a little bit of advice from me. Do not ask the coach after you guys lose, or right before a game, as he already has his lineup set. But it is the perfect time for you to ask after you have a great scrimmage, or you guard the best player. So go up and ask him, hey coach, I hope you saw that I was putting the extra work during practice today, but how can I improve? Or what do you want me to look to do to get more minutes? How can I be a better teammate? Or just anything about improving. Because at the end of the day, you guys are a team. So if you improve, the team improves. And that's why the coach is putting you in, along with those 4 other guys on your roster. So now you've asked for coach feedback, and we're moving up the ranks to getting our minutes. But now it's how do you apply it? Now listen, in the moment, you might be saying, this coach is telling me to stop shooting 3-pointers, and I'm Steph Curry. I make all my threes. But you have to listen to the coach. Like I said, he's the one that's giving you the minutes, and he's looking, and he told you to improve this skill or quality of you, because he's looking for you to improve that and do this in the game. So go home, and now if he says work on your ball handling, work on your ball handling. And this is the best way to show him that you're A, coachable, B, putting in the extra work, and C, deserving of these minutes so that you're no longer a practice player. So now you're earning minutes and you're moving your way up. Now you're in the starting 5. But don't forget, you still have school. So how do we take care of school? Time management here is key. So Josh, how do I manage my time? This comes down to keeping your academics up, because in some school districts, getting 2 Fs means you're not allowed to play for 1 game. This is also the quickest way to lose that playing time that you just worked so hard to gain. So keep your academics up, listen to your teachers, and communicate with your coaches and teachers as well. So when I mean communicate, because remember, we're still a student athlete, let's talk about the student side first. So this means you have to be proactive. Don't hand in your no homework to the teacher and be like, can I have extra time? You have to tell the teacher way in advance you're gonna have a game, and you're given your schedule. So there are no excuses that you don't tell a teacher in advance, I'm struggling with this subject, when can I stay after to work on it? But you just have to tell them when and keep them updated with assignments. So now we've taken care of the student part of the equation. How do we communicate with our coaches? This does not mean texting them 5 minutes before they're all on the team bus. Hey coach, I can't come tonight because my little sister has a piano recital. If it's an important event, you have to be just as proactive as you are with your teachers by letting your coach know in advance. The coach has to take care of his lineups, get everything ready on the team bus, and make sure everybody's in attendance. So scaring him or letting him know that you're not going to be there 5 minutes before tip-off is not a great way to handle things. So those are your 3 things that they don't tell you about high school basketball. And listen, I'm not telling you these 3 things to make you scared or, ignite a fear in you. I'm actually trying to light a fire, but also to inspire and motivate you so that you know what's coming and you're not shocked or upset or hurt when the season comes by, just like I was in the past. Quick little Josh Myler basketball recap. The tryout isn't the tryout, so get your work done in the off season and done early. Don't forget about practice players. You might not play and your minutes are earned. And last, time management is crucial. Make sure you're communicating and doing well in your academics. So I hope you learned something in today's video, as that was the goal. But please be sure to let me know what other things you want to learn about off court or on court, but also less talked about topics. So as always, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll see you next time.